I'm James Byron with Asbury School Music. So, you've bought a guitar and you've signed up for guitar lessons, but how do you tune it? Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today, is how you tune your guitar. Probably the best way to keep your guitar in tune is with an electronic tuner. Now you notice I said to keep it in tune, right? If your guitar is way out of tune to start with, it's going to be difficult even with an electronic tuner to get it in tune. So what I recommend is, for your first tuning, take it to your guitar store, place you bought your guitar, and ask them to tune it for you. Or take it to your guitar teacher, ask your guitar teacher to tune it for you. They will be glad to show you how to tune it as well, probably. Okay, but then, so if you have it kind of in tune, you're sitting down, you've got your lessons for the week, you're sitting down to practice, but your guitar sounds like it might be a little bit out of tune, you want to make sure that you get it in tune, electronic tuner's great. Okay, so let me show you an example of one. Okay, so here's an electronic tuner. This is kind of an older one I use. Let me show it to you. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like. It says guitar and bass tuner on there, and it has a well, let me just play it. I'm going to play my third string here, and you notice what happens here. I've got a 3 that pops up right there, right? You see that 3? Okay. So what that tells me is that I'm trying to tune my third string. Okay. If it's in tune, that needle should be right in the center. And this particular tuner has nice little lights that line up. Okay, so if it was out of tune, let me make it out of tune. I just detune it a little bit. Here's what's going to happen. Okay, on my tuner, see that? It shows out, it shows low. So what I do is I just tighten that up a little bit, try it again. Still needs some more. Almost. There you go, that's in tune. And so I can do that with all my strings, okay? If I do the second string, then I'm going to have a 2 that pops up there. Right, okay. Right, if I do my first string, so forth, right? And so with electronic tuner, this is a good way to tune your guitar. Okay, it's really a good way to keep your guitar in tune. Okay, this particular one is a guitar tuner. So what's the difference between this and, say, a chromatic tuner? A guitar tuner is going to give you the string numbers. It's going to tell you what string it is. It may give you the pitches, but it's certainly going to say string 1, string 2. It's built for the guitar. Okay, so that's nice. There's another kind of tuner called a chromatic tuner. Let me show you that. So I've got one of those here. Turn it on here. Whoops. Okay, so this is a chromatic tuner. What does that mean exactly? Okay, if I play this one, well, I have to connect it to my guitar. If I do this one, and I play my third string, see what it does? It doesn't tell me what string I'm using. There's a G that's right there. See that? And it lights up in the center, right? See that? Okay, it says I'm playing a G. So what you have to know to use a chromatic tuner is you have to know what pitches you're looking for on your guitar. You have to know that your third string happens to be a G. Okay, your second string happens to be a B. That's the first string. Sorry. Second string's a B. First string's an E. Third string, fourth string is a D, right? So you have to know what pitches you're looking for, and then a chromatic tuner will do really, really nicely. So, you know, it might be better to start with a tuner that says it's a guitar tuner. It gives you a little bit more information for the guitar to start with, and that might be an easier way to go. There are some alternative ways to tune your guitar. We're going to talk about that too. So you can do what's called relative tuning. Relative tuning is this. If I start out with, say, my 6th string, that's my lowest string, right? If I go up to the 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th fret, there's a dot, there's usually a dot there on the neck of your guitar, and I play on the 6th string at the 5th fret, it should be the same pitch as the 5th string with no fingers on it, or open. See that? See how they're the same pitch? If they're not, I can tune my 5th string to that pitch. Let me give you an example. So I will make my 5th string be out of tune a little bit. Okay, so I've got, there's my 5th fret on the 6th string, and there's my 5th string. So what I want to do is raise the pitch of my 5th string until it matches. See that? Okay, so that works for the 6th string tuning the 5th string, the 5th string tuning the 4th string, the 4th string tuning the 3rd string. But here's an exception to that, okay? When I get to the 3rd string, I've got to go back to the 4th fret. Instead of the 5th fret, I'm using the 4th fret. And that's the same pitch as my 2nd string. And then to tune the 1st string, I go back up on the 2nd string at the 5th fret. Okay, that's relative tuning because you're tuning everything relative to a particular string. Okay, if that string's out of tune, your guitar's in tune to itself, but it's not in tune to anybody else. Okay, an electronic tuner is going to get you in tune with everybody else as well. Okay, there's another way to do that, and that's with a piano. Okay, or a keyboard. If you have a keyboard in the house, you can tune it to the notes on a keyboard. Let's go next door and take a look at a piano and see how that's done. Okay, so I'm here at the piano, and what I can do is I can tune my guitar strings to pitches on the piano. For instance, okay, the E above middle C should be the same pitch as my 1st string. So if I play that, that should be the same pitch as my 1st string. Hear that? You hear how they're the same? If they weren't, I can tune that string until it sounds the same as the pitch on the piano. You have to have kind of good ears to do that. You know, it may take a while for you to be able to hear those pitches that well. But you can certainly do that with the piano. How do you know which keys correspond with which string on the guitar? Well, here's a chart for that. So, you know, you can look at this video. This chart is also on our website, on our blog. If you look at the blog entry for how to tune your guitar, you'll see that there as well. And it's on the web in various places, so you can find that out fairly readily. Okay, so kind of to summarize, when you're trying to tune your guitar, it's best to start with your guitar pretty much in tune to start with. So you can get someone to get a music store to tune it for you. You can get your music teacher to tune your guitar for you. Then probably the easiest way to keep your guitar tuned is with an electronic tuner. And I recommend one that is specifically a guitar tuner. And if you talk to them at the music store, they'll know what you're talking about versus a chromatic tuner. Okay, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Good luck with that, and I hope you can follow that and have success.